Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. And a huge return sets up the offense on the opposite side of the field.
Best quarterbacks, Kate. Say things like our best friends are the blockers up front or the go-to receivers, but a returner who could give you a short field coming out just like that, he's someone maybe you take to dinner during the week as a thank you for that great field position.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First down.
18 Cardinal. Ready?
17-yard line.
Check go.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out,
Let's go now.
and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos bring the tie here in the 1st. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Steelers 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's going to take this return out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Check Bobcat. Street.
Receiver in motion, headed right.
Set up.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Wilson, the ball carrier.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. If in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. It's just philosophical. Stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The 3rd down.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
1st down, they'll run. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. The give here on second. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos kick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, kid. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lund set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
7 Pirate. 19 Lion. Set. Buffalo 18. Hut.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Toward the sideline, and he's got it.
The first down pass.
And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
And the Steelers
Okay, break.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you
Set
need
up.
only
70
one?
Ranger,
Move the
70
chains
Ranger.
in one play
Ready.
and keep driving that defense backwards.
Metcalf there to bring it
first
in.
down pass.
And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
Come on. Set. Dragon 60. Ready.
From the 40 on second down. Down to the 10. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers make it a one-score game in the first half. Roman Wilson, the touchdown.
The kick
Boswell
is
gets
good.
that point after to go.
Makes the score.
And the Steelers
Broncos
chop the lead in
41.
half. It's down to 7.
Steelers 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Chooses to bring this one out. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Mustang 19. Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Nix. On the move, headed right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's gonna go. It's a pick 6.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris
Boswell to add the
on board
PAT.
point after.
That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
30-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. Check go.
Back to the air. Nix after the pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Bo Nix sacked.
And the big play
by
drives them
Alex Highsmith.
backwards. Second down.
It's a
Coming
loss
up.
of 3.
Trap 60,
Brings up
trap
second
60.
and 13 at the 27-yard line.
Another try following the sack. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow the lead to 7. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos grow their lead to 8.
Steelers 20. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bob. Let's go now. Go.
They'll come out throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. Just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage. Versus zone, it's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes back.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And the Broncos get set to take over.
Down.
Nix with it on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
79 Broncos.
2nd down.
Ready.
Nix from the gun. He's on the move. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh no, they get him yet again. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's whole hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Steelers facing a deficit near the break. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
18 Pioneer. Set. Hurt.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Hut.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Little off-center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Warrior 70. 18, Rattler, 18. 7 Pirate, 7 Pirate. Ready?
They're gonna throw it on 3rd and long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That's one of those situations you want to get your back in space. Well, you accomplish that. Unfortunately, you don't make anything happen because you don't bring the ball in cleanly.
A 30-yard attempt.
Dicker connects there. And that gets him back within 5.
Makes the score.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Nix off the play action. Buying some time right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent. Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Check go.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Let's go. Go.
Nix looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I love throwing a 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Let's go.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The 1st half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set.
Play action with Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route.
Okay,
and
ready?
the quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up,
Here we go,
incompletions follow.
Ready.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Push out, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen.
By Alex Highsmith.
And that pushes them back.
A
3rd
3-yard
down
loss
coming up.
brings us 3rd and
This is a time
13.
where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play. after a huge sack.
And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
Ready? Track at 60.
First down. First and
Ready?
10 at the 36-yard line.
Hut.
Here's Nix. Has it downfield working the left. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
28 more yards. That's another
First down, ball at the 36.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. Buys time, rolling right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Set. Hut, hut.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Second and 10 at the Steelers' 20-yard
Come on, come
line.
on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready, ready?
They're going play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Set, go.
On third down, here's Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
Lining up for the point after.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos push the lead up to 12.
35. Steelers 23. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
On the ready.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Mustang 19. Let's go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
He'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard
Ready.
line.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Get it.
He'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Steelers first down.
First down.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. It's caught Metcalf.
The pass.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Ready up.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches.
79 Bronco. Set.
From the 34. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
They'll take over.
Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
They'll start the drive with Warren. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
What a great opportunity for him. You can almost feel that bounce in his step. Facing a southpaw and he gets to rush the blind side. Well, anytime he beats that right tackle, it just comes down to his closing speed and his finishing ability at the quarterback.
18
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9.
Shut up! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Set go!
They're going for this. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Okay, break!
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
19 Lion! Come on, set!
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here we go!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Reload, go!
Running this one left. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18! Let's go! 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger! Get up!
Throwing now from the gun. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 26
One
yards.
play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Ready?
Throwing from the gun here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
For Darnell, Washington.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Second and
Mustang
10.
19! 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick! Ready?
Dropping back to throw. He put some juice on a deep throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play.